Everyone, this is Angela Miki, and today I'm going to show you about modules and how to add content to your modules. So here is my PLC course, so I'm going to just click right here. Now I'm going to go over to the word modules on my sidebar and click. Now while it's spinning, you can see that my modules were open, but I have collapsed these modules, so these are the prior units that we've already done. And I'm going to open one and just let you see. So this is everything that we do in Canvas between one test and another. So I always start with the same kind of level of organization each time. I start with my pretest. I have these text titles that this isn't actually like anything that they do. It's just a title that helps separate the content. I can add Google files. This is a discussion. This is a page. These are just links. This is a assignment where the kids got a Google Doc and they type in it and they send it back to me and I grade it. So every kind of item that Canvas allows you to make can go in a module. Now, just so you know, I open my lesson plans and I put these together, these whole modules, in order based on my lesson plans. So I have unit lesson plans where everything for the entire unit between one test to the other is all together in one document. That took a couple years of planning. Please don't think that if you're a new teacher that you absolutely have to have that. We built that as a PLC over the last several years. So that is just something that we did together. So if you're working individually on your own content, that may take you a while to build. Please don't think that that's just the standard thing. It's not. Most people plan by week. Even if you plan by week, you could add things into your module each week. And just by the end of the year, you're going to have a whole unit lesson plan. And that's going to make you and your students' lives so much easier the next year. This really does help with your organization and just keeping everything that goes with one unit all together. So let's start with just the basics. To add a module, I'm going to click plus module. Alright, so all I have to do is name my module. So I'm just going to name this practice module because I'm going to delete it here in a sec. Now I can add prerequisites. I don't do this. If you are building PD for your staff and you want to make sure that they go in and view a presentation or they go and watch a video before they move on to the next item, you can absolutely add these prerequisites. If you have a different type of course and you want to add those, feel free. I personally don't do this. I just turn my stuff on daily. But if you're building a course that's going to be used all in one day, like PD for your staff or for any kind of other thing, feel free to use this. All you do is click and then you can select different things. Okay, so I am going to close that because I am not adding a prerequisite. So I'm going to add my module. Now it's automatically going to go to the bottom. Everything I do is built in order. So step one, this little button right here, you have to click publish or you cannot see any of the items inside this module. Now there's nothing in here yet. We're going to just add a couple things just for practice. But without this being published, you cannot see any of the items. Even if the items inside the unit are published, if this is not published, you cannot see them. So that is a little trick that some people get, they have an issue with from time to time. So when I click plus to add something to my module, it's going to take me to my last thing that I used. It just automatically does that. Now, there are quizzes, there are files, there are discussions, there are just the text headers that we talked about. This external URL is just a link link to a website, link to a Google Doc. It can be lots of different things. So when you click assignment, you have a couple options. You can click new assignment, or you can choose from the assignments that you already have created. Now, these assignments for me are labeled by the unit that they are in because I have made assignment groups and I have things inside my assignment group. So I'm just going to select one. So there's an assignment. I click add item and it's going to pop in right into my module. Then if I wanted to add a file, it's going to take me to my files, my course files, and I have all kinds of files. Let's say I just want an image, and that's all that is. It's just going to give me a link to that image. If I want a content page, it's going to let me choose from all of my content pages. Let's just click one. And like I said, I'm going to delete this later, so it's fine. And I could keep going with any of the other kind of content that I have. Now, this external tool, for those of you who have accounts in other things like Discovery Ed, like Edgenuity, Google Drive, if you want quick links to all of these things, you can click here. The one that I use the most is Google Drive because it lets me put in links to documents that I just want my students to view rather quickly. So when I click that tool, it's going to take me into my Google Drive through Canvas, and I can see these are all of my Google Drive folders. And I would just select something from there. And I'm going to hit cancel. So that is the basics of putting a module together. Now, please realize that when you are building this for the first time, if you don't have content already made, you don't have to find something like when I click assignment. I don't have to choose from something that's already made. I build these as I go. I look straight at my lesson plans and I build them. So I can click new assignment and then I can title it right here, and then it's going to create that assignment that I want to. I'll go in, I'll edit, I'll do all the things that you've done under assignments or under pages or under anything else, but you do not have to already have content made before you put your module together. You can start your module and then build as you go, which is exactly what I do. Now, the last couple tools, you can move the content around. So I can move it, I can move my module, I can share to Commons. This is a big thing for me. I love that if I take the time to create content, I want to share it out. I want other people to use it. Otherwise, why did I work so hard? I'm going to help some other people along the way. Also, if I want to move things, I can just drag and drop. Last but not least, there is also a delete. Now, I do want to tell you, when I hit delete right here, I will not lose any of this content. It will stay saved in my Canvas course. It's just not going to stay saved to the module. So I can hit delete and I will not lose any of that content. So this is your basics for how to create a module. Thanks.